So we have completed two query param. And then okay, what we have is matrix param. So in the matrix param demo, okay, it is something like this. It is the set of the name and the value pair and the URI this way. Name and value. This way you have. So matrix param, okay, this is the path over here up to here, and then for this method the path is annotations, and then okay, matrix param demo slash annotations colon param is equal to Atika. Param is equal to Atika. So over here you have got param. This is the key and its value which you're passing as Atika. And if you're going to retrieve that, okay, you will retrieve this. Whatever value you provide the key, you will get the value. Is this clear? Is this one clear, matrix param?
Yes.
And then okay, you have got authentication token. So you have over here authentication token. That is okay in the header. Okay, you can send header param. We have got matrix param, and okay, you've got header param. That is in the header. You can send some additional information. What you're sending is again key and the value per authentication token. So like if you want to send some valid token, then you can make use of that authentication token as on some key and the value pair you are sending, so that you can use it. And then again you can also retrieve the cookie value, cookie name of name and string cookie. That is what cookie. So you've got matrix param, you've got if you're sending some information in the header, then it is header param, or if you want to retrieve the key value, then it is cookie param. Similarly, you have got form parameter also. That is, in the form parameter, you have to submit the form data to the web service, and it sent us name in the value pair. Name is the name of the text field and value is the data entered by the user. So form param is the parameter, the form parameter what you want to send it to the web service. Context param. So in the context param, simple. You can get the URL. Over here, if you see, you can get the URL HTTP localhost 3182 RESTful web API, etc. etc. So URI info dot get absolute path dot to string. If you call this, then you will get the complete URI. You can get the length of the header. So now let us discuss this up to context param. I hope it is clear up to context param.
Yes.
Okay. Now for creating a bean parameter, if you have to create a bean parameter, so in the previous case, if you have observed, what we have done is, over here, if you have to accept three, that is year, start, and then the end, we are writing three query parameters, I guess, somewhere. Yeah, see. Query param, query param, query param. Okay, that is okay if you have to write three things. If you are writing three parameters, then this is the way you are writing year, start, and then the size. If you have five, okay, you have to write it five parameter. Rather than this, whatever parameter you are interested in passing, for that, okay, what are we doing is we are creating a bean. We are creating a bean. And then okay, we want to record year, we want to record start, and then we want to record the size. So we are declaring all the three variables, and we are annotating that with the query parameter year, start, and then the uh, size. Oh yes, spelling mistake. And then public list get messages. Rather than writing the three parameter independently, we are writing it as a bean param, name of the bean, message being filtered, and then the filter. And then we are deciding whether you want to filter it based on the year or you want to filter it based on the start date or on the size. A filter.getYear is greater than 0, then get messages for all the years. And if start date is greater than 0 and get size is greater than 0, then get all the paginated messages, otherwise return all the messages. Now, we were working on this Java class. Message being filtered. Private integer year. Okay, so we have this message bin filter. Let us go to this message resource. So over here, get the messages and provide this as a parameter. So get all messages, and over here you have bean param. If filter dot get year, but it's greater than 0. That is, if you are providing some filter, sorry, if you are providing some value to the filter, then we need to, I think we need to write the message service. Where is the message service? And then, okay, we have got the list of all the messages over here, M1, M2, M3, and M4. So you have to loop through them. List of message list equal to new array list of messages, and then if message list dot get off. Okay, so you need to take a for loop, message m colon message list. Okay, so m dot get created dot uh, get year. It is deprecated, but let me just use it. Get year. If it is equal to year. If it is equal to year, then you should return that. That is, you will be adding that message list dot add to. Is this clear?
Yes.
So similarly, okay, you need to filter all the messages. So I'm just writing for one, return. If you're providing the filter, well and good. If you're not providing any filter, then it should return all the messages.
আমরা কি ক্যামেরা একটা মিডিয়াম দেখে নিব নাকি ভালো হবে?
So let us run this. So the same way you have to write it for size, and in the start size and in the years. Same way you just have to write this messages. So rather than providing one messages independently of the other, then we are providing it as a bean. So let us start. Then again you got implementing sub resources. So over here you have got messages. So this is retrieving the message. From the message, okay, you want to retrieve a specific comment. So message, for the message, whatever you have. After you specify the message ID, let's one, what are the comments that are given for that? So over here, if you see, you've got message resource, and then from that message, you want to get the comments. So message ID slash comments. So if you specify message ID slash comments, So over here, it is going to call from the message resource class, it is calling this comment resource. So you have got message resource, and then on the public comment, get comment, return new comment resource. So this get comment function from the message resource class, it is going to call the get comment method, get okay over here, the get comment method, the comment resource. Clear with this?
Yes.
মানুষের হয়তো দেখানোর দরকার নাই আমাদের So what we are having is sub resources, resource within a resource. We are having sub resources, that is a resource within a resource. So we need to create one more resource, that is the comments. We need to create one more, that is the comments. So simple message ID. For that message ID, if you're specifying comments, then you will get all the comments for that resource. Get comments. And then okay, what you have is status codes. So this is your status code 201 is created. This is what we call it as status codes. So message service is equal to add message. URI is equal to get absolute path builder dot path string dot value of new message ID dot get ID dot build. So response dot created URI entity dot new message dot build. So you are sending, simple, you are sending the status code as an entity message over here. See this one. We are sending this as an entity message. How do you handle the error message to be sent as response, error page to be sent as response? So localhost RESTful services web API messages /100 if you're writing. So you don't have any what do you say, any message by 100. So what you have is 1, you have 2, you have 3, you have, and the user is requesting for the message with the ID 100, and we don't have that. So if you don't have that, what are we doing? So in this case, the response what you're getting is 204 no content. This is the response what you're getting. See over here, 204 no content. This is the response what you have received. Now, what we want to do is, rather than sending this response, we want to send the response in the JSON format. Rather than sending the response directly in the header, directly with the container, we want to take the control of this and send the response in the JSON format. So this is how it works. Exception handling when you write 100. We don't have any message ID by 100. Message service dot get message of this thing that passed to this, it returns null, and then okay, it returns the error. This is how the error is written. Is this one clear? Message comes over here, you're calling this, you don't find the message with the ID 100, so Jack's RS, it returns null, and the same output is communicated to the client. So over here, what are you doing is, now if you're trying to handle this, you're first checking if it is equal to null, then you return exception called data not found exception. Message with message ID does not exist. See, you have created a class. 1 minute. So first, okay, you have created a class called data not found exception class. And then throw data not found exception if the message is not found. Now again, okay, you're looking for the message number 100. If it is not found, we are sending an exception called message with message ID does not exist. Otherwise, return the message. So over here, if you see, rather than sending the direct output, whatever you're receiving from the server, to sending this java.servlet.servlet exception, whatever is the message, message with message ID does not exist. Clear with this?
Yes.
Now, this is one way of returning, and the other way of returning is that you want to return the messages in the JSON format. That is, this is the format in which you want to return the messages. That is error message, error code, and then the documentation. Error message is whatever is the message and the error code, and the documentation we are providing the link to the resource where the user can fix it. What is the reason for the error? So returning JSON as a response object to display the error message, mapping a JSON to exception, will give the information about the exception as well as links to troubleshoot that. So you need to create a class called error message that has got error message, error code in the documentation. Now again, you are sending this one with 100. First step, it will go over here and it will try to fetch Jack's address, it will return null. And then what are we doing is, we are creating an exception mapper class. Data not found exception mapper implements exception mapper. That is, if you don't find the data, if the data is not found, then this is the response that it should map. So you're creating a response, public response to response, the type of the mess or type of the exception is data not found, and then error message, you are creating a JSON response, e.get message 404, and the link to the documentation we are providing this. Response.status, that is status is not found, you could not find the message with the message ID 100. Entity.of error, that is, this is the response. what we are adding. Sorry, this is the error code, error message. This is the object what we are adding it to the response, and finally you're building up the message. Now over here, if you see, this is how you're returning the response. This one clear?
Yes.
So just rather than returning the response in the plain text format, we are returning it in the JSON format. These are the steps what we have. So in order to return a JSON response, first you need to prepare the JSON response and map it to the exception. So this is what you're creating, a JSON response should be returned. And then what is the type of the exception that is raised? If over here, if you see, if data not found exception, that is the error message, then you need to create an exception mapper. That is, if it is data not found exception, you're creating a data not found mapper class, and that will have the error message. That is, for each exception, you need to create a specific mapper class. For each exception, you need to create a specific mapper class. So that is what you're doing. So map data not exception to the error message using the exception mapper. Every exception mapper in JAX artist needs to implement a class called exception mapper. Exception mapper is a generic type, the type being the exception being mapped. When an exception of type get an unfound exception is raised, JAX artist invokes the toResponse method, prepare a response object and add and return it. So this is what we are doing. You've got a generic exception mapper, implements throwable, like you can be specific, or for all the other types of exception, generic exception mapper, throwable, and then you can just send this in. Is this one clear?
Yes.
Will you be able to do this?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Because again, you just have to create 2 to 3 classes.
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, like, will you be able to do this?
The example?
Yeah, the same thing. You just need to create one error
Yeah.
message and one data not found exception mapper class.
Yeah, I will try. And is this document in the mindsnap.com? Is that
I think
yes?
it should be. Check if it is not available, just let me know.
Okay.
Now, hey Toss, what we have is hypertext. Now here it stands for hypermedia as the engine of the application state. That is, you will be using links to connect one with the another. Hypermedia as the engine of application state. That is, in order to know the state of the application, what we are doing is we are just making use of the links. That is, if you have message ID, you should be able to get in the link, you should provide all the messages to it and how many likes you have, how many shares you have. If you're just sending a message, within the message you should provide all the links to If you click on that link, okay, you should get like how many shares you have for that, how many likes you have, and how many comments you have. That is what you want. So over here sends the link to the resource in the response, make the response navigable. Each resource should have a link to itself. Add the link to the response to find the other related resources. That is, if you have like messages, you should have the link to the like and the share, link to the comment, link to the author who posted, and link to the profile. Now this is what we have. Hypermedia as the engine of application state. So you have got author, and then okay, you are what you say, link to itself, link to the profiles, and link to the comments that have been posted. So you need to create a new class. So simple, what you have to do is in the response you have to send all the links. Whenever you're sending the response, so this is the response anyway, this is the response what you're sending. So along with this response, you need to send the link 1, link 2, and then the link. So in order to send the links, first you need to create a model. That is two things, or two parameters basically. One is link, the link itself, and the second is like what is the purpose, whether it is for profile or whether it is for comments, etc. etc. So first, moving forward, over here if you have a look, okay, first we are trying to look for the message. First, okay, you're trying to look for the message. If the message is found, then well and good. If the message is not found, over here, if you see URI.get base URI builder. That is okay. Simple. What you have to do now is you have to get all these links. So if you have to get these links, okay, up to web API it is fixed. Up to web API it is fixed, and then it changes profile slash the path or the additional thing, whatever what we want to look. So if you have to do this, the web API get base URI builder will give you the base HTTP colon localhost 3182 restful slash web API, and dot path message resource dot class. If you do this dot path message resource dot class, means it will give you slash messages, and then dot path message ID. So this will build up the path this way, slash whatever is the message ID, it will retrieve that. And then we are converting this to string, and then message dot add link URL comma self. So this is the link you are adding to the message to this, okay, you are adding the link URL comma self, and then okay, we are returning the message. See over here. So whatever is the link, okay, let us, okay, you are adding the link to the message itself. Is this clear?
Yes. Haters is it a different system too? Is it different than JSON or XML format?
Hold on for a second. Yeah, can you please repeat?
Haters is a part of JSON or
JSON.
oh, I believe this document is not in Mindsmap.
Okay, I'll just make it available for you.
Okay.
So is this clear?
Yes.
Now let's say, okay, this is what we want. So you've got get messages, get URI for profile, content negotiation. Content negotiation is simple. Now over here in the request header, what you are sending is that you are specifying whether you want the information in text format or in the XML format or in the JSON format. If the client is requesting for the information in the text format, XML format, your resource, your web API, your REST API, it should return the response in the format that is requested by the client. If the client is requesting for the text XML, then then the server should return the in the text XML format. If it is returning in the JSON, then it should return in the JSON format. So whichever format is requested by the client, then in the same format the server should send the data. Now over here if you have message resource path, values media type dot application JSON, comma media type, comma text underscore XML, and then it consumes media type dot application underscore JSON. That is, it can produce the format in two types. One is application underscore JSON, the other one is text underscore XML. It can handle two. So over here you have client accepts content type and the server, what the server produces and what the server consumes. So simple. Okay, over here you just have to change this media type dot application underscore JSON and then media type dot text underscore XML. So this is what you have to change. So rather
Is it
than
like a MIME type in servlet?
my,
Is it like a MIME type in servlet?
yes, it is like MIME type. So you have to just change this so that from the server side you can get the data in both the formats. So this is called as content negotiation. This topic we call it as content negotiation. Value is equal to this. So let me let us execute this. Oh, sorry, we are missing web API. Web API slash message. Okay, now we got this response. So this is a response what we have. Header. Where do you write? So accept text slash XML. So this is what we have. Now let us send the request again. You can set it over here, but this one is not entertaining. I don't know. Okay, let me give capital A. Text slash. First you need to set this header. Rest all is okay. So there is no error in the code. So if you're setting this in the header, then this is what it says. The client is requesting the information in the JSON format, application/JSON. Wow, now we got it. This time we've received the information in the JSON form. Is this clear?
Yes.
Accept text slash. I think it is application_excellent. It is application. Clear? Sorry, it is not text, it is application/accept.
Yes.
So whichever like the format, whichever format the client is requesting. I think HTML we have, I guess. So like we need to just find out the MIME types, and based on that we have to add the header. Whichever header is supported in this, it will send this. So if you have to have a look, and from here you can pick up all the MIME types.
Okay.
Media type dot text underscore add header, accept text HTML, send it. Oh, there is some error. So if you see again, this is how the response is returned. I don't know. Let us check. So this error is returned. Rather than this, we have to return the code. Oh, it cannot convert that into HTML. The reason is because we have annotated this with the @XML root element. So that is the reason it cannot convert this to the XML. This is specifically for the XML, for converting it to JSON and for the XML. We have annotated this with the XML root element. So it cannot convert that to the plain text format. That is the error message.
Okay.
So this is what is called as content negotiation. It's simple. Based on the client request, in whichever format the client is requesting the data, we need to send the response in the same format. Clear with this?
Yes.
Okay, I'll upload this document, and okay, you can download this. As you can see, okay, the complete code is pasted over here. Like you have to just make slight changes in order to execute this. And if you have any doubts, okay, you can just get back to me. And I hope you have started working on the project.
Which project?
Any project of your choice. I think long back I have shared some project document as well. Anyway,
Oh, one second. Sorry. What did you say?
project. I think it is available.
Where is it?
One. See, this is the rest of this stuff is available. '61 you have? Let me check how many I have. No, it is not the updated version. Okay, I'll update it.
Okay.
What I have is the updated version. That is having few less slides. At some point of time, I guess, okay, some of the project is there.
No, I don't think you didn't send any project to me.
Don't know whether they approved it or not. Ah, here it is there. See, you can take this as a reference to create your own app. So on this one. Yeah. So you take this. Are you familiar with the UML diagrams?
Yes.
Ah, yeah. If you're familiar, then it is sufficient. Then all step-by-step instructions are given. You can make use of this. And tomorrow, actually, this Minds Map, it is starting with a new batch. With this, okay, we have completed our syllabus and we are left with the project. And then again, from tomorrow onwards, we'll be working on the project. We will take or we will use this as a reference. And I'll show you the ground rules, how to create the project. You can also start working on that. I'll show you one module, sample module, and then okay, because it is not possible for us to work on the complete project, I'll show you how to start with and how to make use of this document. So from tomorrow onwards, we will be starting with the project. Is that fine?
Yeah. So tomorrow you said we will work on project, and
Yes.
when the new batch will start?
A new batch again is starting from tomorrow itself, and for that purpose, our class will be delayed for half an hour.
Okay.
So like okay, we'll start half an hour late, and from that okay, again we'll continue for an hour. Clear?
So which one you will start first, the new batch or the project?
First we'll start with the new batch.
Okay, and what time you are start? Because I'm doing the new batch as well. I'm doing the core Java too.
Okay, it is me only for new batch as well as old batch. For both the batches, I'm the
So
only
what time the new batch will start?
you have got like different time views. So let me show you the mail. I think you might have received the mail. It is 7, I guess. It is 7 MST.
What time is it? 7?
Because there was why different. It is 7 MST.
7 MST.
Yeah, that is what I have been communicated. Because you have got different time zones. If you want to know the exact time zone, you can just connect with Monica.
7 p.m. MST.
Yeah, our class will be delayed by half an hour. This is our regular class, what we are doing. That will be delayed by half an hour. I think we require 1 week to complete the project, and after we are done with the project, then you can continue with the regular core job.
Okay.
Parallel, you can continue, in fact.
I mean, you will continue the both at a time, right? The project and the core Java.
First, then we will continue with this class.
Okay. So I will start from the beginning like a core Java. So then I'll continue the project.
Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And what I say is, okay, you can edit core Java, but it is better if you have hands-on on the project so that it will reiterate the concepts that you have done.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'll show you, it's up to you.
Because I don't want to miss the core Java one.
No, like you can attend both core as well as
Mm-hmm.
this project session. So parallelly, okay, you will get an idea how to build up the project.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, bye-bye. Have a good day.
Mm-hmm.
See you tomorrow.
All right, see you.
Project